by one, grown men are coming forward and telling the horrors of what happened to them. One of those men lives in Dalton, and he sat down with News Channel 9's Tanya Mendes. She joins us now. Tanya?
Good evening, Calvin. Don Smith came to Dalton with the circus years ago to leave behind his life in Florida. He was one of a group now known as the White House Boys, and he's telling his story 47 years later. Behind the walls of a small white building in the middle of a reform school for boys in Marianna, Florida, secrets have spent decades locked away. Now, one by one, the boys who were forced to live there, either because of a run-in with the law or a run out of luck, are coming forward, telling tales of unspeakable horrors and tortures at the hands of those who were there to protect them. One of those boys was Don Smith.
I don't block things out. Some people can. I can't. If it happens to me, I remember it.
It was 1962. Smith was 15. He was caught joyriding in a stolen car and was sent to the Florida School for Boys.
I mean, it started off right from the start. You took off your hat, and you crossed your heart, and you stood attention towards the flag. Nazi style, I would call it. Would you not?
If you messed up, there were consequences. The punishment was whipped out in the building the boys called the White House. What happened in that house has now led to a state investigation.
It was a leather strap about so long. It was about that thick, it's about that wide, and it had a handle built into it.
Smith says for 13 months he gritted his teeth through too many beatings to count. But the worst was the beating he got for fighting another teen.
You lay down on a bed, and I mean, it had a terrible smell about it. It was dead. It was death. He just told me to get down there, boy. And anyway, laid down and grabbed the bed and looked that away. And I just started counting.
Smith says there was blood on the floor, blood on the walls, and the sound of a steel-centered leather strap hitting his flesh.
The most that I remember is when Mr. Walters would make his swing, he would scratch his foot across the floor, winding up like a baseball, like a baseball player.
Smith says he was hit 67 times, but by the end of the day, he would be punished again for telling another boy what had happened.
The last thing I said was, "Oh, God," I passed out on that second beating.
Smith lost count that time at 97. And his story isn't unique. Now, more than 155 people have come forward filing a lawsuit and claiming abuse, torture, rape, and worse. On the site of the now-closed school, investigators have uncovered 32 unmarked graves. Graves, many think, mark the spot for boys who met violent ends. Smith says it's time for him and others to speak for those who can't.
I'm telling the truth. I think you know I'm telling the truth. I think God Almighty up there knows I'm telling the truth. He knows I'm telling it. He knows He gave me the knowledge to get to you, to have it to be told. And to hell with these people in Marianna.
Smith says he's tried to put his past behind him, but he says it still haunts him. The class action lawsuit has not been certified by the Florida court. Smith is one of 155 clients in that suit. Lawyers for the group say they expect the numbers will increase.
With a spiraling economy, many people